Have you ever wondered what your cat really sees when he looks at you? The answer is not simple, and above all, it is not superficial. It's not about your face, your voice, or even your body. For him, you are something much deeper, more intimate. Something that cannot be described with the categories we humans use. Your cat doesn't recognize you as a person, and not even like a human being. The truth is that it doesn't fit you into any of the classifications that are obvious to us. Because his world is made of sensations, not definitions. He perceives you through what you transmit, through your presence, through the energy you bring with you every time you enter a room. It's no coincidence that he doesn't react to your face like a dog would. It doesn't look for your features. It doesn't identify you from a photograph. Yet he knows perfectly well when it's you. And he knows it from the way you walk, from the rhythm of your step, from the tone of your voice, from the scent you leave behind. You to him are a unique set of family signals. You are recognizable in silence. You can also change your look, cut your hair, wear different clothes. For him, nothing changes. Because the connection is not through what you see. It goes from what you feel, from what vibrates beneath the surface, from what goes without saying. What is striking is that all this does not arise from a casual instinct. It is the result of a bond. Your cat has come to know you through a different lens. He doesn't watch you like he would another animal. He feels you. Decipher it. He reads to you. And it does so using a language that does not need words, the language of trust. In this video, we will enter his world. A world made of small but meaningful gestures. A world where you are not one among many. You are its fixed point. His refuge. His we. If you too feel that there is something deep and inexplicable between you and your cat, keep watching. Because we're about to find out what kind of special place you really hold in her heart. Many people are surprised to see how much cats use behaviors that seem human. But the reality is the opposite. They are the ones who consider us part of their feline universe. A powerful example. When your cat nuzzles you or wraps its tail around you, these aren't just gestures of affection, but real social acts that cats reserve only for members of their pack. And if you receive this kind of contact, it means only one thing. You have been accepted. Not as a human, but as one of them. A common mistake is to think that cats imitate our gestures. In truth, we are the ones who receive an adaptation of their language. Your cat is not treating you like a master, nor like an outsider. He is treating you like he treated his mother as a kitten or a nestmate, an intimate and deeply meaningful role, which brings with it security, trust, and emotional continuity. When he rubs against you, when he licks your hand, when he looks at you and then slowly closes his eyes, he is silently speaking a message that says, "With you, I am safe." And there's another thing that only a few people notice, the way your cat vocalizes at you. Meows, trills, low sounds are forms of communication that adults of the species rarely use among themselves. But with humans, the story is different. Feline ethologists have observed that cats modulate the sound of their voice depending on the person they are talking to. It is a code that is formed over time. It's as if, in their own way, they invented an exclusive language built specifically to communicate with you. And that brings us to a touching revelation. Your cat adapted to you not because he needed to, but because he chose to. Because you have become part of his effective pattern. You are not a stranger to be manipulated into getting kibble. You are a presence that your cat feels and recognizes as familiar every day. This is how he expresses love. He does not follow you out of duty, but out of deep affinity. For him, your existence is a fixed point. And that's worth more than 1,000 caresses. If you recognize yourself in these dynamics and want to deepen the bond with your cat, subscribe to the channel now. Here you will find videos like this one, designed to help you truly understand his world. And if your cat speaks to you with a unique sound, tell us in the comments. Every relationship is special. In the next block, I'll reveal the simplest, yet most powerful way your cat tells you that he considers you part of his family. And maybe after recognizing it, you will never look at your cat the same way again. There are behaviors that, at a distracted glance, may seem routine. But those who truly know how to observe, know how to recognize the deep signs of an authentic bond. When your cat approaches, nuzzles into your leg, or watches you silently before slowly closing his eyes, he's not just seeking attention. He is recognizing you as a central figure in his emotional universe. In nature, these gestures are reserved only for the most trusted members of the group. When your cat chooses to sleep near you or even on your body, he is sending you a very clear message. He considers you part of his inner circle. You're not just someone who feeds it. For him, you are a stable reference, a presence that represents comfort, security, and familiarity. Another powerful signal is so-called social grooming. If your cat licks your hand or gently butts you with his forehead, he is replicating a behavior that among felines indicates belonging. It is a ritual that serves to strengthen the bond. In those moments, you are no longer the master. You are the companion, the equal, the chosen presence. And this is a fundamental distinction. Cats don't submit, they choose. And when they choose you, they don't do it lightly. There are also behaviors that seem childish, but which are actually signs of positive regression. When you see him rolling on his back, playing with his paws in the air, or sucking on a blanket, it's not just play. It is a voluntary return to a state of vulnerability, of complete trust. It's a sign that when you're around, he can afford to let his guard down. For a predator like the cat, this means only one thing: absolute trust. This bond is built over time. It is not enough to offer him food or distractions. We need consistency, respect, calm. A true, silent, and constant presence is needed. If you learn to recognize these signals, you will realize that your cat communicates much more than you think. If you've ever seen your cat act like a puppy just around you, tell us about it in the comments. Your words may help others recognize the same type of bond in their feline companions. And if you want to delve even deeper into this invisible but very powerful language, subscribe to the channel. Every week we publish content that helps you enter your cat's emotional world, on tiptoe but with eyes wide open. The language we use to describe cats is often limiting. We call them pets, but anyone who lives with a cat knows that the relationship goes far beyond simple cohabitation. In fact, the bond your cat develops with you can reach an emotional depth that we rarely find elsewhere. Ethologists call it secure attachment, but for those who experience this relationship every day, it is something more. It is a silent understanding that is built over time, made of glances, daily rituals, and small gestures. When your cat watches you read or lie down on the couch, he isn't just noticing your presence. He is evaluating the stability of his emotional world. You are his anchor, the constant that gives meaning to his territory. Your voice, your smell, your movements are familiar codes that make the environment predictable and therefore safe. That's why when you go away for a few days, even if you leave full bowls and soft blankets, your cat may still feel disoriented. Many behaviors that we often interpret as tantrums or inexplicable attitudes are, in reality, precise attempts at communication. When he brings you an unlikely object like a sock or a plastic bag, he is not playing in the human sense of the word. He's making you an offer, a form of recognition. It's his way of telling you, this has value to me, and I choose to share it with you. Even when he snuggles right into your pillow or silently follows you from room to room, he does it for reasons beyond simple affection. It's strengthening a bond. In nature, cats form affectionate pairs with a select few. They are not pack animals, but they know how to recognize who deserves trust. If they have included you in their circle, it means that you have passed every invisible test of consistency and reliability. In this emotional dance, every action counts. How you respond to their initiatives also influences the quality of the relationship. That's why, if you sit on the floor and your cat comes to nuzzle you or gently headbutts you, you should never ignore it. In those moments, he is asking for confirmation of your bond. He's saying, "Are you still here? Can I still count on you?" And a caress, a smile, or even just your attention are the responses that strengthen that silent pact. Deep down, your cat doesn't see you as a human in the strict sense. He perceives you as a relational figure, unique in his world. It's not a question of physical form or language, but of emotional coherence. You are the guardian of his inner balance, his point of reference, his refuge. And if it seems like this bond is special, that's because it really is. If you are discovering new aspects of your relationship with your cat, write us in the comments. What is the most tender or surprising gesture he has done for you? Telling this story could help others understand the wonderful feline universe even better. There are times when your cat seems to sense things that even you can't explain. Maybe you didn't say anything, you didn't change your tone, but he looks at you. He stares at you in silence. He comes closer, snuggles up to you or near you. He doesn't do it by chance. He does it because he sensed a change. Because he read you speechless. Your cat doesn't need to know what's bothering you, what thoughts are crowding your mind, or what burden you're carrying. Your slower breathing, your more uncertain step, that longer than usual silence are enough for him. In those moments, he chooses to stay. He doesn't ask for explanations. He doesn't want answers. It only offers you presence. And this is precisely one of the most profound gifts that the feline world can offer. The ability to truly be there, without words, without conditions. Your cat doesn't need to understand your story to get the heart of it. He knows you by what you convey, not by what you say. And in that silent listening, he builds a bond with you that has the strength of invisible things. When he goes back to sleep on your chest, when he follows you silently from room to room, when he looks at you and simply stays. In those small acts, there is a silent recognition. You are his home, his emotional center, his being safe. You're not just the person who opens the boxes or feeds them. You are the heartbeat he recognizes, the presence that gives it meaning, not out of duty but by choice. Your cat has decided day after day to trust you, to love you with his language, made of small rituals, of discreet contact, of full silences. And if you sometimes wonder if your cat really sees you, if he feels something for you, the answer is yes, but not in the terms we are used to thinking about love. He doesn't love you like a human. He loves you as only a cat can love, with absolute authenticity. So if this video made you see your relationship with him in a new light, leave a comment below. Tell us about a special moment, an unexpected gesture, a look that made you feel chosen. Subscribe to the channel, because every week we accompany you to discover the secret world of cats, the one made of deep emotions, silent bonds and truths that only those who truly love can understand. And if you know someone who has a cat in their heart, share this video with them. It might help them see that wonderful creature that watches them every day, with eyes full of love.